Hey everyone, welcome to today's Money Expert. And today I have the fabulous Claire, and she is going to discuss with us how we can use EFT and energy healing to help shift some of our beliefs about money that may be just holding us back, just that little smidge. So, Claire Kerslake is an EFT practitioner, and she's living on the Gold Coast. She helps women in business address mindset issues. So, when you got all those blocks, so they can grow their business and make and keep their money and keep making more money. Claire is passionate about supporting women in business so they can have more time and money and freedom and go into the business that they create. Now, Claire has a freebie for us. So I will be putting the freebie link on the podcast, and I will be putting it on my blog post, and I will be sending it out in the email form. So if you want to get hold of Claire's wonderful, fabulous gift, which is an ultimate tapping toolkit. So we're going to find more out about this tapping and how helpful it is. And I think you'll want the toolkit after that. So, hi Claire, how are you?
Hi, Ros. Lovely to be here.
Thank you so much for coming and asking all my questions. I'll just give a little bit of a brief of why I thought EFT is really important for money. And because I know a lot of people go, money, EFT, what are you doing? And I went, I know someone who works on this and I know why she works on it. So I have done, I've been a participant in EFT, and I've done EFT on myself and had a practitioner in EFT, and I've done all those things. And the reason why is because I was a body talk practitioner, and we would do all of the different types of tapping to clear things. And I know how quickly and how well it can clear things. And then I moved to psychology, and they started to have this fabulous EMDR. Now, EMDR is an eye movement technique, but if you aren't there live, you can do it tapping. So I know how important Claire's work is. I know how fabulous it is to help with money mindset blocks, and especially with our business, because nothing will bring an avalanche of fear and panic on us, sometimes like starting our business. So Claire, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ros. Yes, great to be here and chat about my passion, which is helping women in business make more money, and tapping, of course, using tapping. Yeah.
So is it okay if I start with the questions now? Was there anything that you wanted to share first?
No, dive in. Yes.
All right. Now I'm going to come with the first question, because when I started back in 2003, EFT hadn't really been heard of. And I know a lot of people can still go, what's EFT? So I'm going to ask you, what's EFT?
Yeah, great question, and good to start with those basics. So EFT or tapping is really a stress reduction technique. And so what we do is we use two fingers and we tap on different acupressure points on the face and body. And it creates a whole range of positive biochemical reactions in our body. So there's a physical shift that is measurable. And the type of tapping that I use is called clinical EFT. If you Google, you'll find lots of different types. And that's the type that's been researched extensively, which as an ex-nurse really appealed to me. And I love to see the shifts in the women that I work with using it as a modality.
And I was going to ask Claire, just so everyone's aware, both Claire and I are ex-nurses. So if we get technical, just go, hey, bring it back. All right, we just need to know. We might get a little bit down the path. We don't want to get down the path.
Yeah.
How did you start with EFT, Claire? Like, what made you? Because I know from medicine, from medical background and hospitals and caring for people, EFT. How did that come about?
Yeah, great question. And it was back in the day. And like you say, when tapping has been around for a long time, I'm not quite sure how long. But let's face it, it's still a little bit weird today, tap doing this and expecting something to happen. And I was working in the diabetes and nursing field and working with people who are experiencing food cravings, which if you've ever experienced a food craving, feel uncontrollable. And I was having my own struggles. And I'd heard about this strange technique that was really good with cravings. And you know the adage, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And being nurse and grounded in that sort of evidence, I thought, no, it's too good to be true. So fast forward a couple of years and I came up again and I looked and said, oh, there's a lot of research around this. And the research around clinical EFT is high quality. You've got your meta-analyses, you've got your randomized controlled trials. So for the listener or watcher, that's really high quality evidence. And so I went to some training, got some training and dived in. And it's initially I started working online with women around health, so habits and cravings, that type of thing. And then I noticed with fellow women in business, female entrepreneurs, that they had, struggles that I had, about it's very different. In a job, you get your paycheck, you perform well in your job, you get your paycheck. It's very different to be in your own business. It brings up all of those gremlins and around self-worth, self-belief, a lot around money. And I could see that reflected in fellow entrepreneurs and how it was holding them back and keeping them stuck in their business and they weren't able to grow their business and make more money. And it happened quite naturally that I diversified and I now work not exclusively, but mainly with women in business, and it lights me up so much. Yeah.
That's an amazing journey that you went on. That's fabulous. My journey with starting with energy healing was I read an ad and I kept getting drawn to this ad and it said no needles. And oh yeah, that'll do. Because while I was a nurse and I was very good at giving needles and I got them as I was training because they went, you can't give needles and have your big phobia about them because I didn't like them. And I went, yeah, but this says no needles. So that was my attraction into it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it sounds good. Okay, we'll get that. I didn't get as much background. So I went in there all the time going, but how?
Yeah.
But how? But how? So I love the fact that you did the research on it and you had a look and then you went forward with it that way because I imagine, especially with diabetes, that this would be huge in helping that. So
absolutely. Yeah, very much so.
that's fabulous. And definitely in business because nothing will open every fear you've ever had up like starting your own business. It's amazing. It's amazing. So can I ask what made you select specifically, because you've spoken about business and about money beliefs with EFT, how did you discover money beliefs could be shifted? Because to me that would be like, oh, I don't know, can
I? It started probably with my own money journey and I was on that path, dissolving those beliefs and creating wealth and bumping up against my own limiting beliefs. So I guess it probably started with me. And then, as I say, I could see really clearly in women that I saw online, they're bumping up against something. It might have been self-belief, but, the things that I saw happening were, scared of going above that GST threshold.
Yes.
That would hold, that's acted sort of like a ceiling.
Making us a real
yeah.
a real business.
Absolutely. Yeah. Pricing, not increasing your pricing because people are scared that people won't book in with them anymore and lots of beliefs, especially around different fields. So if you're a healer, there's often people will say, no, you should be doing this for free.
Yes.
So lots and lots of beliefs come in. It overlaps, with that self-belief, self-worth. It's often all entangled, but definitely that money belief comes in, having to work hard to make money. And then you'll see women going into burnout and then worried about they want to expand their business, but I think I don't want to get burnt out. Yeah, I'm tired. How can I do any more?
Yeah.
And I don't want to get burnt out again. So once again, you've got that ceiling. So it's so lovely to see once we start working together, those beliefs just drop away. And you've probably experienced this with your clients too, Ros, that when we use tapping, it's hard to imagine when you are knee deep in this problem that is keeping you so stuck that A, you could release it, but B, you could forget you ever had it.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I often say, and an example I could give would be, say, working with someone who, has that belief, you've got to work hard to be successful, never takes a break, couldn't even think of taking a holiday. And now we'll throw into a sentence, oh, yes, I'm shutting my Facebook group for the Christmas break. Oh, yes, we're going away for the weekend, that type of thing.
Yep.
And, 6 months before or 3 months before, wouldn't even dream of doing that. So it's so lovely to see those shifts occur. And people having their best ever months, and it's just a joy in the work that I do.
Yes. I imagine that would be phenomenal. When I'm working with clients, what I'm often faced with is people sort of going, I'm here and I'm really stuck. And that's when people say they're really stuck to me, I go, okay, so that needs to be worked on. And that's when I recommend other people. And if they go, I'm here and I want to get to there, what are my next steps going forward? That's when I go, okay, here are the next steps. Let's do this together.
Yeah.
If they might get, say, 7 steps in and go, nope, that's it, I'm done. And they go, okay, this is a sticking point. That's okay. That's a belief. Let's go get that fixed somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tend to make sure that people are aware that when it comes to your money, it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. It's a lifelong journey. You would have heard stories about money from the time you're a little bubba. And you carried all that forward. And so there's never going to be one perfect, right, fulsome way of you going, yep, now I've got it all sorted. Tick. So I like to make sure, like, and I speak to you, and make sure people are aware. No, there's lots.
Yeah.
It's okay. If we get stuck, that's what we fix.
That's right. And a big red flag, I think, is some people think it's the next shiny object or the next strategy. And you can have the best strategy in the world, but if you're not taking action, there's like a little red flag. And often we blame ourselves, other people can do it. I can't do it. What's wrong with me? But instead, what I've learned, be curious. What's going on here? And often there's a fear or a limiting belief there. And once you clear that, then you can action that beautiful strategy. Yeah, so it's a beautiful synergy when you've got, you need your strategy. You can't have, cleared, show me the money.
Yeah.
You need that strategy, but you also need that mindset work.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to acknowledge that you need to. I brought some things with me. I brought some baggage with me.
Yeah.
Might need to unpack at some point.
Yeah, time to ditch the baggage.
Yes. Yes. And I wanted to know specifically if EFT can help me get better with my money. So we've spoken about blockages. So if I clear a blockage, is that it? Am I fixed? Like we were just discussing, but as you go on your path, you may find something else that comes up. Yeah. So what do you find with your clients? How do you go, okay, you've gotten to here and this is really good.
Yeah.
And do they come back and go, oh, Claire, this is how I identified that actually I'm blocked again?
Yeah, such a great question. And I think of it as a lovely spiral up. So I used to think of it, okay, I've cleared that block. It's never going to come up again. And when it did or came up in a different form, I get so cross.
Yes.
And now if I see something, whether, I'm triggered by something or whatever, I can very quickly become the observer and think, oh, this is a juicy one. Look, and it's almost excited to dive in because it's like the next little step on the spiral up. Yes. So things will show up, it's not one and done. And because we're always growing and developing, there'll always be different different levels and different problems that come up. That's okay. It's a journey. And so It depends on the clients. I work with some clients on an ongoing basis, which is, I love to do that because as they've got big dreams and goals. And I look at myself as a bit like a wingman, I suppose,
Yeah.
helping them to develop and grow. And with other clients, it'll be more short term, and then off they go, and something comes up, back they come. Yeah, so it is very different. And it's also looking at things a little bit differently. Instead of blaming ourselves, oh, this has come up again, and we're very quick often to blame ourselves and think there must be something wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with us. Where you can be quite amazing and magnificent and still want to improve. So I love that, that sense of self-compassion as we improve. Yeah.
That's why I always call it the wacky grand adventure. It's
Oh,
not the
love it.
perfectly laid out plan. It's a wacky
Yes.
grand adventure. We don't know
Yeah.
what's going to come up.
Yeah,
Deal
that's
with it when
right.
it comes up. It's awesome. So yeah, that's always been my go-to is not, oh no, I've got the perfect path and I've cleared it and the spiral's going up perfectly and I never have any trouble.
Mm.
No, that would be boring. Let's do it this way instead. And I
Yeah.
just always loved the way you've said, be curious.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you hit something, be curious.
Makes it so different. It's so light and easy that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of
Mm.
shouldering all the blame and trying to then still get yourself up the spiral. God,
Yeah, absolutely.
hard work.
Mm.
And my last question for you is, so someone's come up and gone, actually, I could really use working with Claire. How can I work with you?
Oh, beautiful. Well, I have a range of things. You mentioned the toolkit at the start, so that's my freebie with it's got lots of tapping demo videos on different things that come up for women in business. So it might be pricing, might be self-belief, might be procrastination. So it's kind of you just pick what you need.
Yep.
I also often like one-on-one sessions with clients or a package. And what I guess I love to do is just set up a chat and we can talk about what their needs are and then tailor something to suit their budget and what is coming up at the moment. So my website, and I'm sure you'll have these links, is just simple, clarekerslake.com. And I'm on the socials, Clare Kerslake EFT. So easy to find. So just send me a DM and we can set up a chat and work out what it is that will help.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Claire. I will have all the links available on all the things. So if anyone's looking for you and they're like, I don't know where to begin, they can come and find you and go, okay.
Yeah.
And just to even start that chat and just go, where do I begin?
Mm.
Here are some of the ways I'm stuck. What am I looking at?
Yeah, perfect. Yes. Yeah. And sometimes for some people, that's all they need. They're happy to go off then. I've got one of my zones of genius is to spot what's actually going on. Sometimes we don't know. We just know there's something getting in the way. And so for some people, that awareness is all they need. For others, we say, well, this is what I think will help. Let's do X, Y, Z. Yeah.
And so I always have a thing for me. So if I'm coming to a practitioner, it's because I don't know what I don't know, and what I don't know can bite me in the bottom.
Yeah.
I've project managed, I've nursed, I've everything. I'm like, no, there's something there, and I can feel it, and I can feel that I don't know it. I need help.
Yeah,
That's often why I
perfect.
come to people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's people sometimes think they need to know the answer to come and see someone to ask for help.
Yeah, no.
Like, no. If you don't know the answer, that's okay. That the person who you're speaking to is a specialist, and they'll be able to go, yes, I can help, or no, I can't. But I think this is where we can head.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Love it.
Claire, thank you so much for today and for being here and answering all my questions. I know I
No.
have you. I will have all of Claire's links up and available, so you can find her on all the things on my Facebook page, Instagram, everywhere. I'll make sure that you can find your way to Claire. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Claire, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thank you so much to the fabulous Clare Kerslake who joined us today on the Money Healing Podcast. Claire is an EFT practitioner living on the Gold Coast who helps women in business address their mindset issues so they can grow their business and make and keep more money. Claire's freebie is the ultimate tapping toolkit for women in business, and you can get that at www.clarekerslake.com/toolkit. And my name is Roz. Thank you very much for being here. If you would like to get hold of any of my freebies or work with me for free, please go to roslynhiggins.com.au/free stuff. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.